Hello, dear viewer, and welcome to this Let's Play review of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on iPad. I'm going to just have some stuff in the background with a new game. We're going to have a male scout, and I'm going to talk about basics about the game, what parents should know, some of the lessons that you can learn from the game, the story, the gameplay, various other details, and so on and so forth. So we're going to create a custom character. We're going to go with... yeah, I don't know. But basically, what parents should know about Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is that it's basically a more adult Star Wars, right? So, if you think your kids can see Revenge of the Sith and be fine, then they'll probably be fine with this. It's a very good game in terms of how well made it is, and with how it presents situations, and overall, I would recommend this. There are some things like adultery, drug smuggling, slavery, etc. in this game. It's mostly fantasy violence, so you don't have to worry too much about any graphic violence or anything like that. There are some instances of dealing with drug smugglers. You can choose to work with them or not. In addition, let's see, gotta think about these stat points. Basically, you do have stimulants in the game, which prevent you from, just outright dying most of the time. Which is nice, right? But, you could just say that's coffee. Who knows? It's not really stated outright that those are drugs. So, once again, if your child has seen any TV-14 TV shows like Lost, NCIS, or even just nightly news from most media outlets, they'll probably be fine with this game. I think the age rating of 12 plus in the App Store is appropriate. Let's see, we're going to go with some treat injury. A little bit of awareness. Mainly treat injury. And the basic thing that I want to say about the game is that the lesson it teaches is that your choices have consequences. You can choose light side or dark side. And sometimes if you do something for the light side, you're going to lose credits. You're going to lose resources, but you're going to feel better about yourself. Now, with the dark side, yeah, you're never going to feel good about yourself. But it is part of the game. It also adds replayability to the game. I'm going to get a little bit of repair. What else? I guess computer use, maybe, and demolitions, because we can. Alright, so the story of this game, I don't want to really give any spoilers. I know it's a very old game, but it's a very good game, and I think it's pretty well written. It's one of the reasons that amnesiac heroes are one of the tropes that they are. Let's see. Melee weapon focus. Let's get some toughness up front, maybe. Anything else I might want? Other than improved flurry, I want you. No? Okay. We'll go toughness. More survivability. Alright. We're going to call this Jalinon Dock. Or something. I don't know. Yeah. There we go. Alright. So, the story is well written. And there's a lot of it. This game took me over 40 hours to finish the Let's Play of, and I did not cover everything in the game. I skipped through things, I just wanted to play semi-blind and have fun with it. And so, really, there's a lot to this game, and I don't want to make any spoilers. But yeah, I played in normal mode, and the game was very well paced in normal. There wasn't anything terribly horrifying to face, other than I went to Korriban a little early, and I had to figure out that stems help you win. Other than that, it's pretty good, I haven't tried hard mode yet. We'll see if that is something I do in the future, if people want it. But you can change that difficulty during the gameplay, which is wonderful. So if you do hit a roadblock and you just can't figure out a way around it, you can change that. Alright, and for the gameplay overall, once again, great pacing. I did not have to do any leveling off screen for the Let's Play. I had expected that I may need to grind a couple levels, but no. On normal, I just kept playing through the game, and as I approached each challenge, you know, I leveled up. And I got new powers and stuff, which is great. Another thing about this game is that you can approach combat in many different ways. You can try the stealthy approach, sneak up on people. I don't really like that as much because the controls, well, you have to pause a lot to get that, and I didn't think that would really be very exciting to watch. So that was one of the reasons I didn't do that in my Let's Play. So, yeah, if you want to be strategic, pause like every half second and make the best movement, you can do that. If you want to just have fun with it, you can do that too. One of my gripes about the game is that when you do enter combat and you're trying to start it off with maybe a Jedi power or a healing item or anything like that, you don't see that in the combat action queue unless you do something aggressive first. So that's pretty much my one gripe with the combat there. Another thing to note is that buffs do not carry through cutscenes most of the time. I don't know if that's a glitch in this game or not, or if it's just a way to set a level playing field whenever you hit a boss. Regardless, it is something to keep in mind. And we are hearing all this stuff in the background, and I can't move yet. That being said, the game does have some glitches. On the iPad, it seems to shut down randomly sometimes. Talking in the conversations, the lip syncing isn't really there. And additionally, when you're playing with a controller, the camera might get stuck, or a couple other things might happen. But overall, I haven't really had too many issues with the glitches. I've been able to save pretty constantly and just do fine. There have been things on the App Store that say it just doesn't work, but I haven't run into that. Though I might have run into it with this cutscene. Well, okay then. The nice thing is, if I just exit and return, that might fix it. Will it continue from the cutscene? Okay, no, we're back in my old video that I did on the Nimbus wireless controller. Well, we'll just play through this. So yes, glitches are a thing on the iPad version. So that is something to keep in mind. You can use the Nimbus wireless controller with this, and I'm assuming other controllers would work with it too. With the Nimbus, there is a wireless app that you can look up and see what apps will work with it. So that was how I did that, and it's a free app. Now, anything else to really talk about on this gameplay? Well, Karth and I are twins. Yep, nope. So these are some of your teammates. And they are pretty cool people. And if you hang out with them, you get to learn more about their stories. Anyway, the price of the game, I think, is pretty good. It's $10 normally, and for that you get over 40 hours of gameplay, and pretty good stories, and a lot of replayability. So, another thing to note with the price is that on May 4th, many Star Wars things are on sale. I bought this when it was on sale on May 4th, I think last year, and it was a good price. So, May 4th is coming up. That's something to keep in mind. Other things to note about the iPad version. Initially, it was not a very bright game. You can change the brightness and graphics, so you should do that, because otherwise you have to turn up the brightness a lot in order to really see the screen well. And because of that, your battery will die very quickly. Same thing when using a controller. Compounded problem with the controller, you will drain your battery quickly. Right now, I'm showing this off at about that much brightness, 50% or so. Yep, I used to do more when I was doing the Let's Play until I realized there was a brightness control that actually worked. Yay. So we'll turn that back down a bit. Yep. There we go. So overall, would I recommend Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on iPad? I have to say yes. The game does show its age in some places, like with sounds being much louder with sound effects, and that can carry over on conversations, so sometimes it's hard to hear your teammates, which really isn't that nice, because they have a lot to say. Except I turned off all the voice stuff so that you could hear me. So you know what? I'm going to turn that back on. Yoink. Yoink.
Yes, what's on your mind? Terrace? The planet's all one big city, but its golden years are long past. And things have gotten worse since the Sith occupied it. From what I hear, the wealthy live on the tops of all the tall towers, and if you're poor, you live down in the shadows. And it gets worse the lower you go. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
So yes, I highly recommend this game if you have any mobile device that will run it. It does take about 3 gigabytes of space, so know that going into it. And once again, it's a little bit of one of the pricier apps, but $10 for hours and hours of entertainment, that is quality entertainment, is well worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video, dear viewer, and leave a like if you did. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.